You can start.
So yeah, hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, everyone. This is Ms. Bushra Afreen from as an academic coordinator. I would like to say something about International Internship University, which is a leading virtual education system and a global brand confederation. And its most valuable and trusted globally, it is a trusted name for quality training programs and is committed to providing better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. Well, IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional costs and providing access to more than 1,000 plus courses and internships to their e-learners across the globe with the help of its 1,000 plus global educators. And in a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries and 6 continents under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit, who is a committed and inspiring social activist. He's a passionate educator from the last 2 decades who is providing education to students from diverse backgrounds, social and cultural backgrounds, I must say. And it has found 4 councils, namely the Women Entrepreneurs Council, the International Student Development Council, International Youth Development Council, and International Council of Educators. So the main objective behind the councils is to provide support in every aspect to the students, the youth, women entrepreneurs, and educators. And IIU is also coming up with the biggest knowledge exchange program by KIP. All the students are invited to be a part of it, and it has also started a membership drive for the International Student Development Council, and registrations are open. So I would say be the change with IIU. So hello.
Yes, I hear you, but we lose you for a minute. Okay, you can continue.
Okay. So today we all have gathered here, and everybody knows that the main motive for all of us gathering over here is to learn from each other, to connect with each other. It's like building up a professional community of educators around the globe. And I'm here uh, today to talk about leadership and also to talk about sustainable development goals. So as we talk about leadership, everybody knows the way leadership plays an important role in any organization for that matter. So once a presentation is shared, I can talk in detail about different types of leadership and how it will be impactful and which leadership is in much demand or is being considered to be most important these days. So that's how it is. And when we talk about sustainable development goals, everybody knows that the entire world is working towards achieving the Agenda 2030 and to bring down the poverty levels, improve the educational levels, the literacy rate amongst the girls, especially, and the backward communities, and also the most important servant leadership that is in discussion these days. So yeah, this is me, who's the academic supervisor and head of school section in Rosary British. Slide, please. So as we talk about discussing different types of leaderships are in focus these days. But like as you will be in working in a team, you will understand what type of leader you're working with. So actually, leadership is the ability of an individual or a group of individuals uh, to influence, to guide, and to mentor, and to be with them in all aspects to run the day-to-day administration in across the organization. And there are certain traits that are required to be a highly effective leader. You can see it on screen, and that they carry a vision and they live through it. They treat others the way they want to be treated. I mean, it's like equality. And also they are always ready to accept their mistakes, in fact learn from their mistakes, and they make themselves part of the action. That means lead by example. They work along with you, and they lead by example. And they of course are great communicators. Their communication is very clear. They follow transparency across, and they know how to delegate. Like they know the ability, the efficiency of their team members, and that's how they delegate the responsibilities. They trust in them, and they also make others feel important. They give credit to the work that is being done by their team members, and they are all a part of that team. They make them feel belonged. That's how a good leader is considered. So yeah, can we move to the next slide? Now you can see there are different types of leadership, which when we talk about it is authoritarian, participative, delegative, transactional, and transformational. There are different types of leadership that we know and we talk about. And then the most important of all these, which I have not listed in this, is in the next slide, the servant leadership. And if that leadership style is there, then there is no team member who would like to leave your organization, because leadership is not just leading. It's all about working in a team. It's all about making them feel important, giving them credit of their for their own work, and then giving recognition. And it's like prioritize serving the greater good, as it's mentioned here. And actually, they don't prioritize their own objectives. It is for the benefit of the organization, for the benefit of the people, and they give them advice. They are always there to help them. So that's how this leadership style is in much demand as compared to all the other leadership styles. So can we move next, please? Now, let us talk about SDGs. So what are SDGs actually? These are nothing but the Sustainable Development Goals, the 17 SDGs. Actually, these were the Millennial Development Goals, that is MLDs. And in 2016, it was decided that these will become Sustainable Development Goals, and it will be like for the whole world to know, to unite, to come together, to achieve all these 17 sustainable development goals, which covers each and every aspect of life on earth, and everything that is there, right from economical status to that of quality education, to that of a healthy living. And it talks about sustainability. It talks about education, and everything is included. Climate action, every single thing is included in all these. So how do we support the SDGs as a leader? It's like, it translates into prudent public policy formulation and implementation, as well as public service delivery. That is service learning. It's like your service towards the community, your contribution for the community, how you're going to serve them, how you're going to help the community how you are going to involve the community, your school, your staff, your organization, and the people in and around the organization, the entire community, the entire world actually needs to work towards it. So it can be in chunks in different organizations, but if we all come together, we will definitely be able to meet the Agenda 2030. So, as it's mentioned here, achieving the SDGs will require the concerted efforts of governments, business sector, society, and individual citizens. You might take a very small step towards change, but it will contribute to a greater good in future. So, yeah, next can we? So, when we talk about SDG, then we talk about leadership also. What would be the relationship ideally? See, sustainable development uh, can take place with visionary leadership. And if you are not a visionary leader who is not thinking beyond, then obviously there will be a gap between what you want to achieve and how you want to achieve. So that's why leadership and sustainable development go hand in hand. The way you guide people, the way you take care of each and every aspect. Suppose I'm an educator and I'm working in a school and I take up an initiative to contribute to for achieving SDG 13, which is climate action. With a small act, I can bring change. Instead of plastic cups for water, I can ask everyone to bring their own bottles. BYOB technique can be used, and paper cups can replace the plastic cups. And so the plastic bottles also can replace in the form of glass bottle or steel bottles. So these are all there. And if I am reusing the paper which is printed on one side and then I reuse those papers on the other side, these are all little things, but they contribute a long way in achieving sustainable development goals. I mean, in each and every aspect, you are trying to reduce the consumption. You're trying to reduce the usage. So that's how your little contributions will pave a long way in future. And then we talk about promoting student agency. Students are the change makers. Today's children are tomorrow's citizens. So if they know that their future needs to be sustained, then they should be trained. They should be actually told to look after the resources that they are having in plenty now, or maybe in scarcity, or whatever it is. So they have to look after all those things so that they preserve it for the future generations. If we don't make them realize the importance of sustainability, of reusing, recycling, the 3 R's, and all these things, if we don't instill in them among all these things as educators today, then obviously there'll be nothing left for the future generations. And this generation needs to understand that we are on the verge of urgency, emergency. SDGs need to be attained, and as leaders, as educators, we can actually train our generation to become responsible citizens now and in future as well. So like you can talk about promoting student agency, you can talk about people, you can give them responsibilities, you can make them SDG ambassadors or leaders, and they are responsible for, each one is responsible for different types of initiatives in the organization, and every single thing contributes towards success, towards achieving the SDGs. Change might be small or little, but like I said, it paves a long, long way, and your contribution will have an impact that needs to be made. What can I say? Made to be understood by the students, by the educators. Sorry, through the educators to the students. So, how can we contribute to sustainable development? For example, I'm the one, and I'm using now. I use the Wi-Fi connection or the data to get connected with everybody else around the world. And it has become a craze. But when I'm not using it, I need to have some me time. I can switch off the Wi-Fi, I can switch off the mobile data, and it's like I'm not leaving a carbon footprint at least for an hour when I'm switching off all the devices, all the mobile. So our little contributions will definitely help, and that's how we contribute for sustainable development goals to achieve those SDGs. And governments, of course, they are taking a lot of initiatives. We can be a part of all those initiatives instead of investing in some other project or something. Of course, we are free to do that. But if there are already projects that are in progress, we can always contribute to that instead of replanning, redoing each and everything. We can be a major contributor or a part of that project and help the government to achieve these goals. So what can you do to be a part of sustainable development in education? So yeah, education for sustainable development is a key aspect these days, and it should become ideal that SDGs should be embedded into the curriculum, and students should be made to understand the importance of all these 17 SDGs and how they can take initiatives to contribute, to promote, and to achieve those SDGs and how achieve Agenda 2030. So that's all I wanted to talk about. It's like a one-way process. I mean, I don't know if you're able to listen it out. You have questions, you want to discuss something, uh, please feel free to do that. So yeah, is it okay?
Mm,
I can't hear you, my dear.
yes. Yes, let's see. Let's see. Do you have any questions on the Facebook?
Okay.
Great presentation. Greetings. Great presentation. I don't see no questions.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you so much. But if you really want to contribute to sustainable development goals, feel free to sign up for the climate action project. It's on Take Action Global website, and you can always sign up for becoming a Teach SDGs ambassador. It's a part of Take Action Global, which the founders, Jen and Poon Timmers, they are the founders of Take Action Global. And of course, you can also work on becoming Global Schools Advocates, which talks about education for sustainable development. And leadership, of course, I just wanted to talk more about SDGs. And leadership, of course, will always play a very important role, or you can say the pivotal role, in ensuring that these SDGs are attained, and the entire school community, parent community gets involved. As we involve the parents and the students, we reach out to for farther audience or people there, and that's how we start creating an impact. So I would suggest take action today. It will definitely have an impact, a huge impact tomorrow. So that's all I wanted to say. Is it okay now? Let me know if you have any questions, and if you have any concerns regarding how to enroll into any climate action project and all that. my dear?
No questions, Miss Afreen.
Okay. That's nice.
Okay.
So, and finally, I would like to thank International Internship University for bringing in all the educators on a common platform and bringing in people from around the world. They're attending, they're learning, and it's like a very good opportunity that is being given to the educators to come up to speak, to discuss, to get ideas and seek ideas from others, and share their expertise and all that. And a lot of things that have been given by IIU. There are these different platforms, and how Mr. Piyush Pandit he's working for achieving this SDG 4. I mean, quality education basically is what I felt. SDG 4 is actually the main SDG that is involved with this IIU, and how with that all the other sustainable development goals are also being getting considered, and there is a lot that is being discussed and shared by all the experts from around the world. In fact, I've been following that, and I've been looking into the YouTube channel for the different sessions. So I would like to thank once again everyone, IIU, Mr. Piyush Pandit, Ms. Karina, and you as well, and everybody else who is attending the sessions and today's session also. I'm very thankful. I feel honored that I'm delivering this session for IIU. I'm sorry for the background and all that. Since I'm traveling, I just have to, but I could not have afforded to skip the session because I was really looking forward to this session. So if anybody has any concerns or anything that they would like to know, you can always follow me on Twitter at Afreen 500 So you can just check it out and follow, and then we can guide you. I mean, inshallah. So thank you for that.